Interesting new comments. Dr. Anthony Fauci, after he was basically debased by Senator Rand Paul and has continually tried to redefine gain of function, has a new response when he's asked about it. Let's put this up there on the screen, which is that Fauci now says gain of function is now a, quote, completely meaningless term as he defends the NIH actions. Now that's pretty important, Krystal, because gain of function was explicitly defined under his term in the United States government to mean something so that they did not do it. And NIH has now admitted to Congress in a recent letter that they did in fact fund gain of function research. They did not know, or they claimed they did not know, that it was happening, and they had to correct the record after Fauci had gone and testified there. So according to them, they did actually fund it. It does have a meaning. It had a meaning for a reason because we banned it. Fauci actually circumvented and eventually removed that ban under the Trump administration. And look, why does it all matter? I know it is tiresome in order to get into all of these debates. Technically, anything that enhances a virus is gain of function, so I get it. I've even heard from some people in the scientific community saying, hey, it's not all bad. I totally understand. What we're pointing to is that in this particular instance, at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, they were studying these bat coronaviruses, enhancing them, in some cases, doing it with US government provided dollars, and eventually, it's very likely that what we currently know as COVID-19 leaked from that lab as a result of this type of risky and dangerous research, of which that lab was cited for safety violations multiple times. We know all of this. It's totally public record. And it's all just about, did it come from the lab or did it not? It's very basic. And if it did, let's have a discussion around gain of function. Let's set some new safety standards. Let's maybe not do it at all. Maybe. I know the scientists will get mad whenever I say that. But it turns out, Krystal, that the reason Fauci doesn't want to admit any of this is because it would disrupt his role as the funneler of billions of dollars in scientific aid dollars, which if you talk to people in the community, scientific community, which I have, the NIH is like the kingmaker. They can make your lab or break your lab. A grant to them employs you, it employs all your people. If you're a tenured professor at one of these universities, you need the NIH or you need the National Science Foundation. These are the major granting institutions. So that's why a lot of people in the scientific community are also remaining silent about all of this. So his claim on this is ridiculous, and we should just pair it with the latest document leak at this point. Put this up there on the screen, please. New documents show that the Wuhan lab was studying a viral strain found in bats, which is, quote, near identical to COVID-19 in latest lab leak.
I'm sure that has nothing to do with it, Saagar. Don't be preposterous.
As you and I have pointed to, the natural explanation for COVID is that this bat flew 1,000 miles from Laos. Well, it turns out that the people who were investigating gain of function research on bats got some of their bats from Laos, which is exactly where something called Banal 52, a Laotian bat virus, which shares 97% of its genome with SARS-CoV-2, just happens to be from. So now we even have evidence linking the Laotian 1,000 mile away bat to the actual research, which was happening at the lab. I mean, do you need much more, people?
Roll the clip of Jon Stewart.
Roll Jon Stewart. Yeah.
I mean, the Fauci thing is just, it's just obviously he doesn't want to get blamed for a pandemic. He's trying to cover his ass. Like, that's obviously what's going on. And his new comments, which credit to Mehdi Hassan for pushing him on this. And bringing up, this was based on an Intercept report. They got their hands on linked documents, and so he was pushing him on, what those documents revealed about the type of research that was going on, the type of experiments that they were considering doing. And this is different than what Fauci has said in the past. In those exchanges with Rand Paul, he has tried to craft his own definition of gain of function and then say, therefore, what we were doing was not gain of function. Right. So now to just say, well, it's a meaningless term. Let's just not even talk about it at all. As you point out, I mean, it is a term that has a definition. It does have meaning. It is specified in terms of the regulatory code about what it is and what it isn't, and what's permissible and what's not. So it does, in fact, have meaning. You just don't want to acknowledge that it has meaning because it's very inconvenient for you and it makes you look kind of bad. So it's very obvious what's going on here, but you don't hear a lot of willingness to question Saint Fauci in a lot of corners of the media.
Right, yeah. We should ask him about this bat and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
See if the natural origin still makes a whole lot of sense.
I would be interested in hearing that.
Okay, all right. We'll have more for you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
That's right. Just as a reminder, you can become a premium subscriber today. Watch the full show completely uncut. Our reactions to each other's monologues. You get to listen to it. You get to ask us questions. All that good stuff. Link is right there in the description or at breakingpoints.com.
Best of all, great way to say screw you to the mainstream media.